So this one's gonna be pre-recorded. It's gonna be pre-recorded for the next week. So today is Sunday. So I'm sorry if I'm just talking about some things that are not really up to date. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, today we're gonna go through a bunch of funny pictures, I guess. So quote unquote funny. I don't know if they're gonna be funny, but I hope that they're gonna be funny. But we're gonna see after the intro, as always. But there's hopefully gonna be something. I'm just probably gonna go through so many things that just has to be something. I at least hope. I really do. But yeah, with that being said, hello, welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. I'm pumped. I am actually really pumped. I'm maybe even gonna record 2 episodes, just because I'm having some time and I'm having also the energy and I kind of feel like doing something. I kind of feel like really unproductive because the last, I think, 2 hours I haven't been doing too much, half-assed shit, unfortunately, because I've been able to really get done quite everything really fucking early in the day, which is like really insane that I'm able to do such a lot of things in such a tiny amount of time, which is something that I, especially on the weekends, kind of fuck up with. I don't know why actually, but it's just something that I kind of miss sometimes. So yeah, as you cannot see in the background, but as you can now see in the background, we're actually on the site where we have stopped the last time. And it is I don't know what it is actually. I actually do not know. Hanukkah, festivals more. Let's see, maybe there are some categories. Yeah, there are some categories. Animated text, confession, divorce, drinking, Facebook, friendship, flirting, home chef, mom, pets. Is there something like moral? I kind of feel like that. Pregnancy, graduation. Should I go through graduation? I'm gonna graduate in half a year or something. It's gonna be lit. Or whatever. Congratulations, breakup, baby anniversary affirmation. Something nice. I would like to go through cute therapy. What is fucking cute therapy? No. I don't, maybe. Sorry, you're not getting enough sleep, but be glad you don't have to stay up all night to avoid being eaten by predators. And then there is a penguin. Yeah, it is actually what it is. We should actually be really grateful that there are no such predators any longer, like fucking dinosaurs that are fucking our asses and whatnot. Wouldn't be that nice, really entirely wouldn't be that nice. We have to appreciate that. We have to be grateful about that. When your kids are driving you crazy, just be thankful you don't give birth to an average of 6 at a time. And then there is a dog. But I guess this is not what I should be going through. Encouragement. I think this actually looks or sounds pretty nice. Congratulations on being only 20 cups of coffee away from the weekend. By the way, it is actually a pretty good... Is it an anecdote? But I'm not quite sure. I kind of always miss that or these things. I'm really bad at those words. Also in German, it's the exact same anecdote, I think, or something. But I'm not quite sure, because I'm really bad at them, as I said. But only living for the weekends is the completest bullshit there fucking is. Why? Why would you be working 8 hours a fucking day on some bullshit job you absolutely hate for then just 48 hours of fucking weekend? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Don't fucking do that bullshit. Please, really, I mean from the bottom of my fucking heart, please have a job that is feeling like fucking weekend. And if you kind of feel if I would just have a job that's feeling like fucking weekend, it would be just being on the beach all day fucking long doing nothing. Yeah, then get a fucking job that's, enables you to basically do nothing and be on the fucking beach. Maybe you're gonna be some lifeguard or whatever it is called. I don't actually know. Or something else, structure something around these things that you actually really like to be doing. It would just, it would make sense, to be honest, because we're just spending so much time on working. It is incredible. Sometimes I kind of actually feel it is maybe too much for, it definitely is way too much for just doing something that you absolutely hate. If you're actually doing something that you hate, why would you be spending more than 8 hours a fucking day on that? It literally doesn't make any fucking sense. Just is a waste of time, basically. Waste of time or actually wasting your time for shit that you absolutely hate, that you do not like, and that's crippling you. Nah, don't do that. And if you're doing that, please change that up. I know it's really not easy, but most often it is about spending then. It's, as I've just been telling or talking about it quite often in the past few days, I'd say, it's really not often about earning. It often really is about spending. If you're spending, I don't know, 200 or 300 bucks less, I think it would actually enable you to just get another job without just losing out on anything, because this kind of underlines or emphasizes that often it is about the spending and not really about the earning. But yeah, let's see what the next one is gonna be about. If bad bucks can go from homes to places... Wait. If bad bucks can go from homes to places of business, maybe you can too. Well, when work feels overwhelming, remember that you're going to die. What the fucking hell? Is this doing anything better? I actually kind of feel like that it is doing something better, but I'm not quite sure if it is actually the case. But it is going to be about perspective, I guess, It really literally is going to be about perspective. Like, if it is overwhelming, yeah, okay. Another just way to get that into perspective would be like, okay, some other people are dying at this point in time. Literally, at this point in time, some people are dying. In Africa, without any food, without any money, without any water, basically just, starving. And this is really fucked up. Really. Really, 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 right at this point in time. And still, a lot of people are complaining about bullshit like work and homework and school and all those things. Like, there's so much we can be doing. And actually, I am really grateful that I started this episode, and that I've actually started to record here, because I'm often actually having the feeling when I'm just kind of feeling like, okay, I've done everything, and now what should I be doing the whole day long? It's like, okay, I should be saying something, I should be doing something, I should be just putting something out into the world, which is hopefully going to change something, which is hopefully going to help somebody, which is hopefully also going to be done by this episode. I really hope that. There is nothing more that makes me happy than just seeing that I've been able to help somebody with whatever I might be doing, whether it is a one-on-one conversation or it is like the content. Unfortunately, I haven't been able, I guess at least up to this point, to change somebody with the content that I'm putting out, I would actually say the content that could do it the most would actually be the YouTube videos and the podcast, because it is like such a long form. Like, I'm able to talk about such a lot of things and go such in depth. If I'm just having a fucking 60-minute YouTube video, Instagram video, it's like, okay, it is kind of half-assed shit sometimes. Like, it's really strange and really difficult to just manage to contextualize things in this scenario. The next one: may your life someday be as awesome as you pretend it is on Facebook. This would actually be one of the greatest things, even though it's like not that nice, to be honest, but to send someone who is actually pretending like just having a fucking famous life or whatnot on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. This basically shows that the website isn't that, or this post here isn't that new actually, because they're talking about Facebook and whatnot, and Facebook is dead basically. But yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you write at least 6 whiny Facebook posts. Your financial problems may diminish if you get a job. The problem there, well, is it a problem? Or is it like only a funny thing, or just kind of the reality? Reality is some sort of that we're often complaining about some things, which is, I think it is actually kind of common. I think it is actually one of these things that a lot of people might be seeing as well. Like, I'm just thinking like, well, I would like to make some money, It is something that I'm thinking about. It is something that I'm also talking about, I guess. Am I? No, not really. But I'm thinking about it. I really am. And one of these things that I'm then thinking about is like, okay, just get a job. Would actually do something better, I guess. You would be working, and you would be making some money. So you then are having some money in the end. So what's the fucking problem there? Like, on the other hand, then I immediately think like, okay, I do not want to work a shitty job, because I would like to put more energy and more of my energy and power into what I'm doing right here. I kind of feel like that it is actually better, even though it is a really tough conversation that I'm having with myself, and that maybe some other people are also having with themselves. Like, should I be putting more energy into the podcast, into the YouTube videos, or should I actually get a job or get some freelance work done, or just these things? Of course, there's going to be a lot of work put into getting clients, finding a job that I don't hate, and all those things. But then I think like, well, I would actually prefer just working on a podcast, and working on a post and doing these things. I don't just actually want to work a shitty job just because of the money, For example, or especially because in the end, I'm not going to buy anything with the money. This money is then actually going to be there to have in my basement or just have in my room or whatnot. I'm not doing anything with my money actually than saving it. I don't actually know what I should be doing with it. This is also one of the reasons why I don't actually kind of need such a lot of money, I guess. I would actually like to be rich, but just for the sake of being rich, and I hope that I'm also going to get there, just that I can say, well, I'm rich, but I'm not going to do anything with my money. And I'm hopefully going to do something that's actually smart with it. Like, I don't know, charitable things and whatnot would actually make sense. It would actually be really amazing, or just trying to help people, I guess, would just be pretty amazing if I would be able to do so. But I actually want to be rich. I really do. It's also I think it's also kind of the exact same thing or the exact same quote unquote mindset that I'm having with the podcast. I do just want to, I don't want to just have it successful just because I want to help people, and I want to have somebody to talk to. Like, it does make sense, but it literally is not really about the money because, I don't actually need any money. I don't know what for. I don't know what I should be using the money for. Yeah, I mean, of course, I could buy myself a new smartphone. It would be nice because it is fucking old and it is just most often not working or just, I don't know, to 40%. It is not working, which can be bothering, which can be just a little bit fucked up. But in the end, it's like, I don't know, I'm just using it anyway. I do not need clothes. I don't need a car. I'm basically having everything that I quite need. And when I'm actually in need of something, then it's probably going to be some food or something, like some nuts. Nuts are incredibly fucking expensive. Sometimes it actually pisses me off. But I can understand it, I guess. I mean, like, they just have to be imported and all these things. Like, it's fucked up. It is, but, they are expensive. And I don't know, like, I would actually argue that I'm using 90%, well, maybe not. The only things that I'm actually buying on a regular basis are my phone carrier thing, bill, whatever, and food. And that's actually it. I don't know, like, I would literally don't know what I should be doing with my money. I don't know if I'm just crazy, I don't know. I literally don't know. Good luck not hitting the wall and shitting your pants in public. I don't get it. May your morning coffee give you the strength to make it to your mid-morning coffee. Don't get it either. Yeah. Good luck to... No, this is politics and I'm not gonna go through fucking politics. The best part about being an adult is how much control you have over snack time. I don't... Well, do I snack? Not that... When I'm snacking something, then it's gonna be fruits. It's literally gonna be fruits. Nothing else, literally. At least I guess. I'm not sure. There's no way I would miss seeing you run the marathon unless I get distracted during the 4 seconds when you go by. There's no way I would miss seeing you run the marathon unless... Well, what are the chances of that? Like, what is the possibility that this would actually happen? And how bad would you then actually feel? Or just fucked up? It's not going to be bad, but I mean, it's fucked up in the end. My workout buddy is a picture of my ex. You can. Best of luck to Yahoo and explaining to its users what Tumblr is. Isn't Tumblr dead as well? Some sort of. Like, there's still a community, I guess, And I'm also having a Tumblr account, but I'm not posting there whatsoever. But I would actually go through something else. Like, I kind of feel like these are now quite boring. Maybe there are some articles. News lifestyle. Are there some articles? Are these articles good? Brunch is my favorite meal for getting accidentally drunk. Wouldn't recommend that, by the way. Getting drunk and alcohol abusation is totally nothing that I can just recommend you to do. Totally not. So I've actually found in some sort of article, I've actually been looking for an interview with Tim Ferriss because I found going through a bunch of pictures is funny and also pretty valuable from time to time, but I'm actually willing to go through hardcore facts and information as well to kind of, round up the whole episode. And I've been just finding some questions, I am here on the mariefolloe.com site, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully link it down in the description. I'm probably gonna forget about it, but here's the site. It is MAREFORLEO.com. And there's a bunch of questions. The first one is the truth about Tim's struggle with bipolar depression and suicide. He was suicidal and he was really depressed for quite some time in his life. Because I've been actually listening to this interview. If you're willing to do something, look up these people that are really great at it and just search for fucking interviews and for books and for whatever articles, what you can find on them. By going through them, you'll learn such a lot of things. I guess that I've been learning just most of whatever I know either through books. Well, it's gonna be tough now. I guess like articles first place, then I think then actually podcasts and everything that I'm listening to, and then like or the other way around, just something that I've been learning such a lot by listening to people and to interviews, to podcasts, to audiobooks, like such a lot of things, you can learn such a lot of things. And he was depressed. So if you are in a bad state of mind, please look up Tim's content on depression. It is amazing. And I think that it's really going to help you if you are just also having to cope with depression and having some depression episodes in your life and those things. How to overcome your fears and why you should focus on fear setting instead of goal setting. It is a concept from Tim Ferriss, which is fear setting. So I've now found an article which is about the fear setting or also a template on fear setting from Tim Ferriss, which is actually like, is it a Tim Ferriss original? I don't know. Stoicism, it actually is rooted in Stoicism. According to Google, Stoicism is the endurance of pain or hardship without a display of feeling and without complaint. Now I know it as well. The path to Stoicism can be guided through a Ferriss tool he developed called fear setting. Fear setting is a 3-page checklist of your fears and the possible results of action or inaction. The fear setting template, the first one. I'm gonna go through this, and this is probably gonna then be the end of the episode, I guess. I do just wanna punch through like valuable stuff here. Page 1, fear setting. Make 3 lists with 10 to 20 entries each. Below are the titles of each list and 3 templates to save or download. Define, prevent, and repair. Define what are the worst things that could happen. Prevent, how do I prevent each from happening. Repair, if the worst happens, how can I fix it. The second page is fear setting. Make a list of all the possible benefits. If successful or partially successful, please save or download the 3 templates below. The third one is fear setting. Make 3 lists of the costs of your inaction. In other words, if I avoid doing these things, what might I miss out on? Here are the lists and a free template to save or download once again. 6 months, a year, 3 years. Now, for a brief moment, imagine doing and saying the things we avoid. Are you afraid of quitting your stressful job? Now, let's actually take that. You're probably actually going to be afraid of quitting your bullshit and fucked up job, which you are spending 8 hours a day on doing things that you don't really like. The thing now is, should you really be that afraid? Should you really be anxious about quitting that job? Is it actually going to be that bad? Let's imagine you're quitting your job. Of course, maybe you shouldn't be doing it immediately, as I'm just thinking about it. And just because having a lot of savings so that you're able to sustain yourself for people say, I think it's been Ray Dalio, he said 6 months of savings, so that you can actually quit your job and then do something else, and you are safe. You're safe for 6 months. It's not going to be the easiest life. It's not going to be the best life. It's just going to be a life. But in general, fear setting is going to be about, I don't know if it is the exact same concept, but it is about just evaluating and evaluating these scenarios. Like, you're having a thing to do. If it's failing, how much of damage would it be doing? And if you're winning, how good would it be if you're winning? It is something that I've been talking about before, but if you're winning and it is a 10 at the winning scale and a 4 at the just losing scale, then do it. If it is like a 2 on the winning scale and a 5 on the losing scale, which means, okay, I'm going to be devastated and completely fucked up if I'm losing it, but it's going to be just only a little bit of goodness if I'm winning, then please don't do it, because it wouldn't be too much of a good thing. But I don't know if it is kind of the exact same thing. I'm gonna read ahead a tiny bit. So oftentimes these are exact things we need to do for us to be more happy and successful, and this is why fear setting is important. Hard choices, easy life. Ferris wraps up this TED Talk with one more example of a truly stoic individual. The man's name is Jerzy Gregorek. After losing everything, Jerzy left or escaped Poland at a time where its citizens were facing severe backlash from its government. While I'll let you watch the TED Talk and learn the details of Jerry's story, you should know that Ferris considers Jerry to be one of the top 10 most successful and happiest people he has ever met. After facing extreme hardship in his life and coming to America with nothing, Jerzy now enjoys a life of success and happiness. Jerzy had a few brilliantly spoken words that made a profound impact on Ferris. I will leave you with his words, and of course encourage you to check out Ferris' TED Talk. I would do so as well. Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. I think I have been reading this yesterday, actually, or today even. But I'm not quite sure, I'm not really quite sure if I've been doing it yesterday or today or whatever. So it's gonna be about fear setting. It is kind of what I've been talking about, but I'm not quite sure if it is the exact same thing. So I would heavily encourage you to go through the TED Talk. It is a really good TED Talk. I've been actually also reacting to it on the channel and also on the podcast. So you might be checking that out as well. It's actually something that I'm thinking about doing more of, but I'm not quite sure if it is like smart, if I should be doing it, if it is like kind of making sense or whatnot. But yeah, I guess it is going to be the end of the episode. So I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success. And I also hope that you're going to remind yourself and that you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy. And yeah, 3 other questions. Why are you here? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most? These three are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea. Because a lot of companies started out with solving something that really pissed them off in the first place. Therefore, it just somehow makes sense to try that and or to start at this point of to start with this thing that really pisses you off so incrementally, if this is even a word. I kind of have a funny feeling that it actually is, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I'm gonna see you the next time.